Good morning, vinyl community. That took about 4 different times to get that to go. Just right. I kept hitting the needle. Was just off. Finally got it to go. Anyway, good morning. I'm all stuffed up because allergies. I love allergies. Never had them until I became an adult, which is when you're supposed to be getting rid of them. But for the past 5 or so years, or even more, 5, 6, 7 years, I think, they just keep getting worse and worse and worse. Now they've decided to attack me in the middle of the night. So I'm working on very little sleep. If I doze off in the middle of this post, I apologize. It's not for lack of interest to make a post. I just a little bit all over the place. So we'll have some tea to start off. Very good. So I went to Sonic Boom yesterday. No, I didn't go to Sonic. See, this is sleep deprivation right here. I didn't go to Sonic Boom. Yay, Sonic Boom. However, I did go back to Jive Time yesterday, and found a handful of things, a lot of stuff. I actually put some things back that I kind of wish I hadn't put back, but I'll go back and get them if they're still there. We'll see. But what's playing right now is this guy right here, Gabor Szabo, live with Charles Lloyd on Blue Thumb Records. Very good live album. It's my first Gabor Szabo purchase, actually. I've heard of him. I've heard his music before through a friend of mine, Don over Port Angeles, who would be another person who would be great to have on VC if he had a vinyl collection anymore, but he doesn't. And he used to have a huge, incredible vinyl collection, but he's replaced it with all CDs. So it's just a really great live album. I really enjoyed it. I want to get some more of Gabor Szabo's work. So it's just Gabor Szabo live with Charles Lloyd. A very interesting album cover here. Again, on Blue Thumb Records. I think this is the only one on Blue Thumb Records. Came out in '74. Everything I've heard on this album, I just really love. I just love hearing it over and over again. I really like it. Another purchase that I got yesterday was my very first. Well, I was looking. I decided, I'm going to try to look for ECM recordings, and this is my first Keith Jarrett album. And I listened to this. I sampled it. I had a handful of his albums. This one is called. It's very hard to see in the light here. Arborzina. And this is my very first Keith Jarrett recording ever, even on CD. I've never had any of his music. I know that's probably, how can that be? But I had the couple of live albums that they had there. They even had a box set, and I listened to it, and it was nice, but this one just really stuck with me. I really like this album. Everything I heard, everything I touched down on is basically 3 tracks, side 2 being one long song. So 1975. I was looking through his discography, and talk about someone who's prolific. 76, he put out 6 albums. I think 77, he put out 5. Just an enormous catalog. So a lot to look for, a lot to listen to, but this is a good first start, I think. I'm very pleased with this. Also, something else that came in this packaging was kind of interesting was an ECM booklet, and it basically has information about artists and albums that were available from ECM at the time, and you can order them, mail order them, and then on the back it has ECM import series for $9.98 a piece. These obviously either albums that were only available import, or if people wanted to have the import version of them. But some interesting names here, people to look up and find out more about and check out. ECM has a huge catalog of artists, and I'm really interested in finding out more about all of them. So this is as bad as folding a map. Just go like that, like that, and like that. There we go. As I put those back in the proper way, if I can do it fast enough. I'm doing ums again. I did so many ums. I only called myself out once on my last post. Grapes of Wrath. This was in. I actually went back to Jive Time to look at more of their. I just gave up. Of their 12-inch singles, and the lower bins, lower racks. And when I was doing that, I found a full-on album for $1.99, Grapes of Wrath. And they're a band from. I always pronounce it incorrectly. Kelowna, British Columbia. If I don't think about it, I can say Kelowna. That's it, Kelowna, British Columbia. Grapes of Wrath. I always knew I had this back in the '80s when it first came out. This is their first album, and I always knew it as just being the self-titled album. But apparently, it does have a name, which now escapes me. I can't find it anywhere in the album, but everywhere when I look it up, it's got a name. But it's on the Network label. It's from Canada. It's sort of in the REM line of music with more European influences. Also, what's kind of nice about this is I got a little calendar in it. I didn't get the calendar last time, but mine was probably a US copy. But and it has all the other artists at the time who were on the Network label. So that's kind of nice. $1.99, great shape. It's really good music. Canadian band, and always like to support Canadian bands. So that was a nice find for $1.99. Nothing wrong there. Absolutely nothing wrong with the vinyl. I'm very happy to find this. I used to own this. This is Tears for Fears, The Hurting, their very first album. I used to own the import of it on vinyl until the CD version came out, and then I sold that and I bought the CD. In fact, that was one of the very first CDs. I think about 3 CDs when I finally took the plunge and started buying CDs. I still have The Hurting by Tears for Fears. I have U2's U2's War album. And I think there was a Talking Heads album that I also bought that day at Peaches Records, which no longer exists in Seattle. But I found this U.S. copy for $3 in great shape. This is definitely a different cover. It's on Mercury Records. This is, of all their albums, I think this is their best. But the cover is definitely different. The cover on the import album was all white, same as the CD actually. It was all white, and I think didn't it have a picture of a young boy looking at something just cut out and put on the white background, or it might have been their picture here, this picture here cut out. I can't remember. This might have been on the back. I can't remember. I've had the CD. I have to take the CD out and take a look. But The Hurting, it's I don't know when the term emo came along, but I would dare to say this might be the very first emo album when I think about it, just because of the songs and the topic and the subject matter of the songs. This is, if I was going to have a top 10 of my favorite 80s albums, this would be in strong consideration for being in that top 10. Just really, really like this album. And let's see what else. I got a handful of 12-inch singles. That's what I was doing down there. I went back and grabbed some more of these 12-inch singles. Found a lot of Depeche Mode. This was in a standard stock company 12-inch. Most of the it's a good mix of both U.S. and import singles. But this is Strange Love Pain Mix. Sounds like fun. Backed with Strange Love 7-inch version and Agent Orange, which nice find. Here's the U.S. Master and Servant, and this is more, I think, Dr. S. When I last came from Jive Time last weekend, I found a lot of items with DRS down here. So this is part of the Dr. S series, as I'm calling it. I saw some other LPs and 12 inches that were from the Dr. S series. So it's kind of neat. I'm picking up Dr. S's loss is my gain, but I'm sure he got compensated for them, and I happily picked them up. I think it's great. I'm gonna do a whole post one day just saying and holding up records. It just drives me crazy. When I listen back and I hear myself saying it, it just drives me crazy. I picked up this at Jive Time last week. I'm showing this again. This is Depeche Mode Shake the Disease. 7-inch, great shape, terrific. I'm showing that because I found the corresponding 12-inch import of Shake the Disease. So that was kind of nice. Stop it. Great label artwork there on side A, and then side B basically tells you what's on side A and B, and continuing artwork on the back side. So yeah, I'm becoming a 12-inch single fan here, and I think they're all in great shape. They're just there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. Some might be a little dusty. You dust them off, and you just see every single groove. The grooves are so wide apart, and the quality, I'm sure, is there. It's just great. That's what's kind of neat about seeing how clean and widespread those grooves are, and play them and know that they're going to be a good sound. Shock the Monkey, Peter Gabriel. I've actually got this. I thought I had this, and I didn't mind paying for, buying it again because I think it was like $1.99. So this is a U.S. Still in its original shrink, but has some great. It's got the song. It's got Soft Dog on as a B-side, which isn't, as far as I know, hasn't been on vinyl or CD anywhere. This is the only place you can get it. It might be on a 7-inch single. Don't know. I'm just going to give up and keep saying and nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry if it bugs everybody. It bugs me, but Gabriel's got a number of B-sides that haven't been released, and even a couple of 7-inches, I think, that haven't been released on CD. They haven't been collected anywhere. Like Soft Dog, I think, just vinyl only. Why he doesn't go back and compile? I think they're going to do a re-release of his catalog, and they might be might be doing a deluxe version of it. I think I read a rumor about that. It might be happening this year, and if so, then we'll get a lot of those B-sides collected, and that would be nice. There goes again. Sledgehammer. I think I've got the import of this. So again, these were all like a couple bucks each, and they're in incredible shape. You can't argue with it. I was happy to get these. It's another Dr. S. Thank you, Dr. S. So I'm getting all sniffly. Sorry. It's back in the sleeve. Big Time. Great song. This is again another US release. Nice Geffen sleeve, which I thought was interesting. Not just the outer sleeve, but the inner sleeve is a Geffen sleeve, which is I've never seen a company sleeve that had the company label on the sleeve like this, saying Geffen, and then on the back it's just the logo of the. It's the first time I've seen one of those. That's kind of neat. Even when I don't have a reason to say I'm saying This one has a nice gold foil promo stamp on the top left of it up here. Very nice. And this one's kind of beat up, but I think this is a true DJ release. It does have the promo on it, Red Rain. And even when I was removing this paper, it must be very sensitive because you can see where there's been a few other stickers removed here. And even when I was removing the sticker very carefully, there was very little I could do to keep from tearing some of the red off, which is kind of disappointing. I always try to do it very carefully. Nice photo of the album. So on the back, this is a true DJ promo. It even says promo on the label. Little dusty, a few fingerprints, and basically has Red Rain on both sides. LP version 532. Looking for dead wax information or anything, but nothing much. This side seems to be a lot cleaner. So nice to have that. Again, it has actually the promotional copy, not for sale, printed on the label. That's kind of nice. So that is that. That was my trip to Jive Time yesterday. I did have a couple other things in my hands that I wanted to get, including a French pressing of Neil Young's Decade 3-album set. Really nice packaging. I just last minute, when I added the total up for everything, I just didn't want to spend the money on it. I've got a lot of Neil Young, and I've got his hits collection on classic records, so I passed on that. I listened to it, and it didn't sound like a spectacular pressing of it. The sound is okay. So, if it's still there, maybe next week or something, I might stop by and pick it up. We'll see. But anyway, for right now, that's it. I've been catching up on a lot of clips, a lot of posts that everybody's been putting up. Did that a lot last night while I was cleaning the record covers and peeling off the price tags and cleaning off the record covers, and I was watching/listening to a lot of the posts. I caught up on a lot of things, so that was nice to see. Nice to hear everybody talking. Doing a little bit of that this morning, and then I realized I want to get a clip done. So anyway, I'm going to try to do another clip today, just on some things that I have in my collection. Maybe I'll do that Beatles post that I was talking about, that I was threatening to do. The 10-parter, part 1. Anyway, so you guys have a good day. I'll probably be posting one more clip, and real quick, I had a couple of clips within the record store, and I took them down because similar to what Derek Vaughan got, I got a little email saying there may be a conflict with the copyrighted material on one of the clips. Well, that one clip, both clips I uploaded from my iPhone right there. Well, one of them got uploaded there, and one of them uploaded when I got home because I noticed it didn't go through. But the one that uploaded when I got home through my iPhone, there's a YouTube I can upload directly from my photos and videos, and I can go right to YouTube, which is great. But it automatically uploads it and codes it so that it has ads attached to it. And I noticed that one of the clips that Derek Vaughan had up had ads popping up on it, and so I'm thinking, that's probably why it probably got flagged, and then some kind of a program similar to Shazam probably caught, sampled it, listened to it, and so I got one of those messages last night, and then when I went to it, it said, you don't need to do anything with your clip now. Okay. I didn't understand, it's just there. Maybe it was like a warning. There might be an issue, whatever. I just took them both down, because everything else that I put up here that has music playing in the background. Now that music was a lot louder, and there's nothing I can do about it. I was in a record store, so that music was a lot louder, and it was very, very audible. And this music is more in the background. And it's probably harder. And my voice is probably interacting with the music, and it probably isn't picked up as easily. Or because when I upload these clips through my iMac here on Safari, right on YouTube's direct site, they go up and they don't end up having ads on them. So, and I've never gotten flagged for any of that. I think when you somehow get ads attached to them and you do that thing where you can make money by having ads posted on your clips, that's like a red flag, and they get checked out, and they probably do some kind of sampling, and just like Shazam, that app that you can get to, if you hear music, I wonder what that song is. Some kind of program like that. I don't think it is Shazam. It might be, and then goes out and finds out if it syncs up with any other kind of music that's owned, and then sends out a thing saying, hey, we found that your background music is similar to some music that is owned by some people. Well, that's the music that was playing in the record store. There's nothing I can do about that. I thought about using some of their standard, royalty-free, free-to-use background music, but I just as soon take the clips down. So anyway, that's why they are down. I appreciate people looking at them and commenting on them. It is fun to see those things, see people flip through records. And anyway, so long enough. I didn't mean to talk about that, actually. I meant to actually just do a little quick thing, but I thought I'd address it at the last minute. So Anyway, take care, and I'll see you probably in a little bit with another post.